back at it again, gonna continue work on the solar setup and the rack setup. First step I'm gonna do is actually gonna be taking the rack that I put on last week back off and bringing it down, welding those mounts on for the panel itself.
Can I take your order, please?
In building with earth bags, we discovered our family thrived creatively and grew stronger by working side by side. We would welcome you to be a part of our family for this week's adventure.
Gonna try and get the solar panel mounted on now, and that's gonna be a few more mounts that need to go through the cabin, and then also too I'm gonna put some sort of mounting system, I think right on the side of the rail, that's gonna kind of catch the panel. I realize this is the wrong way. Pretty flush. That was my goal. I think when I go to mount this, I'm just gonna drill some new holes. It already has some mounting holes on the sides, and I know they make fancy clamp mounts for the very edges for like the panel arrays. But I'm just gonna drill some new holes in the front, and then drill new holes in the front of on the rack as well. And then we'll put rubber isolators in between the aluminum and the metal, not just because of the corrosion that can happen, but also too it's gonna help with any extra vibration stuff from the van. There's gonna be a lot there, so we might as well minimize that as much as possible too. Have the mounting brackets installed on the front of the rack. So now I'm going to throw the rack back up there. Then I'm going to work on getting the panel level to the top of the rack and to the top of the van. Now I'm going to work on the front solar mounts and the middle solar mounts. Then we'll get the solar panel finally mounted up, is the goal right now. I've made a lot of progress. I've drilled the first set of holes in the front of the panel, and then I've made some progress on figuring out where to drill the second holes for the middle of the panel. It took me a couple tries, unfortunately, so I have 2 holes that I'm gonna need to patch in the top of the van, but it is fiberglass, so it's easy to patch, which is a good thing there. I think I'm gonna pull the panel down now that I know where to drill the rest of my holes, and then the panel goes back up. Actually, I'm not gonna throw the panel down, I'm just gonna slide the panel back. Hard part is finally finished. The mounts are to the van, and the solar panels, actually it's locked in there. There's a little bit of play left, and that's because there needs to be a rubber insulator between the aluminum and the steel. Now I just need to drill the holes in the panel, bolt the panel down, and this setup will be completed as far as function goes. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy feat, is it, to get these bolts in? Ooh, doggy. We're in for a treat. I can't get my hand in there.
Let me try. Let me try.
Bragging.
Do you need washers on there first?
Yeah, you know, this time let's skip the washers. We'll put the washers on when we do the final. We're just testing it, make sure it works, and then we're gonna pull it all back apart and paint it.
Oh, paint fan. Oh wait, go paint the mounts.
Yeah. You figuring it out?
I actually didn't figure out anything, but yeah. I did all this.
Do that side. I did this side. We drilled holes a little bigger, not gonna lie to you guys. Okay, she's mounted.
Hey, that looks so cool.
Yeah. So let's get working on the ladder on the other side then. And then after the ladder's done, we'll go through this whole process again.
Take everything off and paint it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna look so good painted.
I'm excited. I'm thinking on the ladder, I'm going to start from the top and then come down with 2 bars. It's gonna have a couple angles in here to get the curve of the van. And then around this tire here, I might do a straight piece here. So it'll be 1 step, you know, and then steps up. Coming along really good. I got most of the angles that I want figured out, and I got my last angle piece cut here, and that one goes straight down. I'm gonna get those bottoms welded on, the rest of the rungs, and then some mounting points, and then that curve around the tire. But I'm at a really good point here, and I'm really liking the shape that this thing is kind of coming into. got the ladder finished as far as the shape of the rungs go. I'm gonna put it up on the side of the van now and figure out my 2 mounting points I'm gonna do at the bottom of the van. After I get those mounting points figured out, made up, I'm gonna final weld the whole thing, grind the whole thing, and mount it up there. Now that I have all the fab work done on the ladder, the rack, and the solar mounts, I'm gonna pull it all back off of there and bring it down, and then we're gonna get it painted. That should be the final touch to it to make it look really good. And then it has to go all back on for pretty much the final time.
Got back from the store with the paint. Looks like Darren's got it all set up, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw a quick coat of paint on. I think this side's done. I'm gonna let them dry and then flip them over and paint the other side. They're really looking good though. Oh, Darren did such a good job.
Ellie always paints things really nicely. I get a little too fast with it, get a lot of runs and a kind of uneven coat. She always takes her time and does such a good job. Now that the painting's all done, I get to final mount everything. So I'm gonna start throwing stuff up on the roof. Look at this thing, it's brand new.
So professionally done, darling.
Already do that?
Got my side. Looks like your side's the problem now.
Both on. They're a little bit frustrating to get on. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hopefully this thing only has to come off one more time for paint of the van. And that's when I'm gonna do all the sealing too and make sure it's watertight. Happy. Onto the solar panel mounts. These bolts have been fairly tricky to get in, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Crazy. We got her. Woo! The panel's on for now. I didn't put the rubber in there. I didn't seal the mounts to the roof either yet, because it's not the final time that this is going on the van. It has to all come back off to get painted, but I just need to make sure that it gets up there, it looks the way I want it to look, and that it all mounts up correctly. So this is just a dry run point. So moving on to the last and final piece, which is the ladder here. I haven't actually done the bolts at the top of the ladder. I'm hoping it fits because we painted it all. But I had to take the rack off in order to drill the holes. I didn't want to have to take it off, put it all back on, and then off again, you know, that kind of thing. Do that as few times as possible. So let's see if the ladder fits up and bolts up. There's one. No, two's not gonna fit. That's okay. We can fix that. Do a little reaming and then it doesn't, I don't think it needs much to go through. Oh yeah. There it is. Sweet. That's everything fully mounted. We're done. That's all the fab work and painting done on the rack and ladder and solar system. You can see this baby's nice and sturdy. Holds weight good. It's rock solid up there. So that's good. That means it's not going to blow off in the wind. I'm really happy with how the racks and the solar system came out. I think it's going to work really well, and I think it looks really good. There's free shipping over at the shop today, the 19th, until Sunday, the 21st. So if you're looking to get anything, be sure to capitalize on that. Last Wednesday, the family went out and saw Tiny Shiny Homes' new solar shed. It is built really well, and it is really cool. So definitely go over and check out that video. Check out Tiny Shiny Homes as well. That's going to be all for this one. We'll catch you on Monday for the podcast. Obviously. Sorry, get that other. Wow, we're gonna start over, that's bad.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.
Also not to drop this.